I want to introduce you to a gentleman who is running for governor of Louisiana. He's a good Democrat. He's from our adjoining parish, Tangipahoa Parish. He's stood up for a lot of the things that we believe in, and he's continuing to stand up. And he's got enough guts to put himself in this race to run for governor. And that's not an easy thing. This guy is going all over this state, going to every meeting, every event, everything he can to send his word out. So I'd like to introduce you now to John Bel Edwards, the next governor of Louisiana.
Thank you, Keith. Thank all of you for being here today. I'll start off this way. I'm John Bel Edwards. I'm a Democrat, and I'm running for governor. I want your help. Let me get to the microphone just a little bit closer here. I think that was worth repeating. I'm John Bel Edwards, I'm a Democrat, and I'm running for governor. Election is 2015. It's next year, October the 24th. First thing we got to do is we got to show up and vote early, or vote on election day, and let's re-elect Mary Landrieu so that our state and our nation can do better.
All right.
Look, it's incredibly important that you vote. Keith told you a while ago that there's 41,000 registered Democrats in St. Tammany Parish. Let me tell you, statewide, there's 600,000 more registered Democrats than Republicans. All we've got to do is get Democrats to vote and vote Democratic, and we will win elections, and we can do that. And if we can't do that after 8 years of Bobby Jindal, I want you to think about it. 8 years of Bobby Jindal. We've got to have an opportunity to elect someone who is both, I hope, intelligent, but also has compassion for people. Because that's what we're lacking in Baton Rouge. You cannot be compassionate and dismantle every institution that affords people more opportunity for a better life right here in Louisiana. Bobby Jindal has set about dismantling higher education, K through 12 education, health care, mental health, you name it, and it's been dismantled under this governor who refuses to see the difference between an investment and mere spending. We can do better in Louisiana, but we have to make better choices. We have to make better choices collectively about who we vote for. And if you think Bobby Jindal has been a problem for the state of Louisiana, I want you to imagine a Governor David Vitter for just a moment. So if you want a third Jindal term, do nothing or go out there and vote for David Vitter, because that's going to be Jindal on steroids. Every time that David Vitter has complained against Bobby Jindal is because he didn't cut enough, he didn't sell enough, he didn't close enough, he didn't privatize enough. In short, he hadn't hurt enough people. So we know where he stands. And that's clearly not the direction we want to go in the state of Louisiana. Well, I'm encouraged about the race. We now have 3 Republicans who've announced. I'm the only Democrat. I like those odds. I like those odds of getting into a runoff and winning the election. I'm going to work extremely hard, but I do need your help. I'm asking you to go to my website at johnbelforlouisiana.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'd like you to go and like my site. I want you to pass it along to people that you're on the internet with. There's more information about me and the campaign and how you can volunteer, and yes, how you can contribute. We make it very easy. There's a contribute button right there on the website at johnbelforlouisiana.com. Well, before I stop talking to you today, and I know it's very hot for an October day, and I don't want to be long, I do want to tell you how important it is that in Louisiana we start making better decisions where we worry about the people here in Louisiana. We've had a governor for too long who's out of state more often than he's in state, who makes decisions here based upon how they'll play in places like South Carolina or New Hampshire or Iowa, but he's not concerned about our people. And that this one issue will tell you about it. Right now, we have 240,000 working poor people in Louisiana who qualify for the Medicaid expansion. If only our governor would say yes. Our governor continues to say no, even though our taxpayers are sending those dollars to Washington to pay for the program. And when we say no, those dollars, it isn't like they get returned to us. Instead, they're going to be spent in those states where those governors have decided that their hospitals, doctors, and clinics are going to be reimbursed for giving health care to the poor, uninsured people in those states. Well, clearly, we need that money back here in Louisiana. We have more than our fair share of uninsured who are working poor. It's $16 billion over 10 years that won't just deliver health care, it's going to create jobs right here in Louisiana. And it's going to take pressure off of our hospitals that are struggling to keep the doors open while they're giving more care to the indigent than they've ever given for least amount of reimbursement. We can do better in Louisiana. And I'm tired of people wrapping themselves in the flag and wrapping themselves in the Bible, but turning down things that are going to help the least among us because they're not reading the same Bible that I read on Sunday. We can do better than that. And I want to ask you to think about it in these terms. I want you to think about it in these terms. When Jesus himself was trying to talk about who the Good Samaritan was, or I should say who the neighbor was, it wasn't the priest or the Levite who ignored the robber's victim on the road between Jericho and Jerusalem. It was the Samaritan. Okay, it was the Samaritan who did that. And what did he do? His act of neighborly love was to give health care to a stranger on his own dime. Well, if our dime is already going to Washington. All we have to do is say yes to giving the health care. How can that be the wrong thing to do? We can do better, but we've got to make better decisions. And with your help, we're going to do that. And we're going to win in October of 2015. Look, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to be here with you today.